I went and saw Gran Turismo.
Did you?
It is a good movie. It's good.
Is it?
I didn't think I'm like, it's going to be a racing game or a racing movie. We've seen that over. No, it's actually really well done. They have a father and son dynamic. They have full family. There is no identity politics, at least none that's in the script at all.
Wow.
It's based on a true story of how a kid went from winning the National Gran Torino, well, international, this was a world race, to being a real race car driver.
Wow. Yeah, he was like a video game player, and then he switched over to the real thing.
Yeah,
so cool.
Using Gran Turismo as a simulator. I mean,
Is
it's a really
good
guy
that kept beating Dale Earnhardt Jr. when playing online, so he said, I want you to come try out.
No, he actually this is based off the kid who got an invitation for being a record holder to compete into a contest, and then he was one of I think it was 12 or 10 contestants, each one chosen from the servers around the world to learn how to drive real race cars and then race against each other to see if they can make it on the pro circuit in the UK.
That's amazing.
Wow. Whoever had that idea, that's a golden idea.
Well, apparently, according to the movie, I don't know the real specs on it, but according to the movie, it was a Nissan marketing campaign. But I mean, the way the movie's designed and stuff, yeah, there's PlayStation billboards and Nissan, but anybody who knows racing knows you're going to have sponsors.
Yeah.
But they do all that stuff that everybody irritates gets irritated in the background and naturally.
Well, I mean, it's going to have it. It's a Sony exclusive.
So you're saying, Manji, that this is a better movie than Ninja Turtles by Seth Rogen?
Oh, I would see this again. It's a movie.
Wow.
There's no nudity, no sex, mild swearing.
Oh, rats.
Boo! Boo!
But the graphics weren't the main thing.
And then just threw it in the dumpster.
No, the graphics weren't the main thing. The main thing was the characters, the story.
I'm not talking
the
about
graphics held the story. I mean, there was some cool little graphic tricks, like when the kids, he's not really a kid, he's like, 18 or something, where he's sitting in the bedroom and then they do like this holographic of the car around him. So he's like picturing himself in the car, but it was actually cool digital effects that supported the story, not held the story.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
So not Avatar, basically, is what you're saying.
Not Avatar. Actually, the real person that the movie is based off of was the driver, the stunt double in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So they're actually in the cars driving on the track with a real driver, who the story is based off of. They say that at the end of the movie with pictures.
That is so cool. Yeah, my brother is actually a BMW racer, and yeah, he's actually a BMW racer. He actually does the circuits for the amateur circuits. Well, they make money in the U.S. And he said games have been so influential, and it's much more common now. And so you have people that they train, all their training has been on gaming. And he said the only problem they've got is that physics still hasn't quite caught up to what actually happens on the track. So they'll get out there and they'll pull a move like they do in the stories or in the games, and you end up spinning out because it's still different depending on how your car is set up and everything else, and just the feel of it. They still haven't quite got it yet, but he says it really has been super influential in the racing industry, and he's trained a lot of them. He says that's their biggest thing they have to overcome now is they have a lot of drivers come in and they don't have real world experience even driving that much. But they come in and they've been racing games all their lives. So when you find a great simulator and it actually is that good, that makes me want to play Gran Turismo now.
But it makes sense. They've been doing flight simulators for both space shuttle and airplanes for how long?
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
But
at least 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, Miss Snow? I have to kill the mood here. I'm not a fan of that because I'm more of a death race kind of dude.
Oh,
So if there's no blood in the sport, I will not be interested. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. Unless it has the word extreme across it and a big X written in blood, it's not cool enough.
Stormcrow, why don't you do a derby?
I really love there was a game called Carmageddon. I know it's way before y'all's time. It's probably when you were like not even born yet.
I wasn't even.
No, I was not. I was born. I was circa 1994, so probably.
I wasn't even.
Carmageddon was the best. You got to drive an ice cream truck, and you would just do wheelies on people and wreck into things. You could be a clown driving the ice cream truck.
Sounds kind of like Twisted Metal.
It's a lot like Twisted Metal. It was great. It was the first one, I think, before Twisted Metal.
Or like the original Death Race. Because the original movie was about like the death race going across the country, right?
Yeah.
It was awesome. Well,
and before that, it was Smokey and the Bandit, so it all works out.
Now that I've seen. I never saw Death Race, but I've seen Smokey and the Bandit.
That movie is still good. That movie's still good. Holds up.
I know it is.
See what was nice?
1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I
Don't
tried
forget
watching
the
the second
elephants.
one. It's just not as good. It's not as good. Sorry.
I did get a kick out of it in the third, though, when they drove through the group of Spanish people, and kid's like, "Daddy, what are they saying?" He's like, "How should I know? I don't speak German."
Oh
See,
shit!
but what was nice about Gran Turismo that there was enough of the other stories going on, like the background with his relationship with his family and trying to just do all these other crazy things that even if you're not a race fan, it still kept you involved in the story.
That is so nice. It's nice to hear about a movie that actually hits all the buttons. Because it's sort of depressing right now. I haven't been to a movie in so long. I usually just watch online, and honestly, it's because I don't like paying people $100 just to stomp on my heart and rip it out. And so I don't usually go in. So this almost makes me want to go see it now.
I would see it on the big screen because they put the camera right there in the windshield, so you feel like you're watching the race from the driver's perspective in some of the parts. And then what's really cool is they also, when they're showing the above aerial footage, they also kind of make it look like you're in a video game because you're watching the cars race, but then they got like the video game graphics of like number 12 car here, number 13 here. I mean, so you can follow what's going on. So they fuse the two together really well.
Sweet.
Well, that's even had an effect on NASCAR. Now uses that same technique. If you're watching NASCAR, you'll actually see where they now mark the cars just like you would for a video game. So people who immediately tune in will see this is 13, this is number 3, whoever never again.
Oh, the
That seems like something they should have
up on
implemented
the
years
left of the
ago.
screen.
Huh?
The place display on the left of the screen where it keeps switching automatically.
Yes.
Yeah. They copied that off of a Mario Kart.
I'm waiting for them to copy the turtle shells.
Ew.
Oh yeah,
gosh,
I'll tune in if they do that.
That would be pretty sweet. But
then was it Dale Jarrett will come through with the UPS truck immune to the shells.
Wait, I'm waiting for the little cloud guy to come pick you up when you start to fly off the track and then drop you with a fishing pole.
Oh my gosh.
That they can control the weather. They'll have that in like 3 or 4 years. Just give them time.
Then they're good. Then they can do the lightning bolts.
Oh shit. Rumor has it that already happened.
Would they be as precise as a certain space laser?
I don't know.
Oh no, they're not that
Something
good.
about the Jews.
Ew.
Space lasers.
There we go.
The fact that was the real congressional address is the part that concerns me.